Let's get it! Hey, this joint says...
Listen, a retired police officer from New Jersey,
Shout out to Jubille.
and today...
If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe, man. Welcome to the crew. Thumbs up, man. We checking out Jubille videos, of course.
I'm surrounded by 20 criminals.
Oh my gosh. I ain't seen this vid.
Most police officers do not
racially profile black and brown people.
not racially profile black and brown people.
I'd argue that is true. Does this dude have no shirt on? All right.
Yeah, well, I disagree with that. I think you guys get trained to do that.
Imagine day one of training, and they're like, "Hey, all right, guys, here's what we're gonna do to the black and brown people."
And on top of that, like, you humiliate our people, the brown and the blacks. Like, that's your job. Like, I don't know how many months you get trained for that, but you're pretty much there to degrade us.
Which
Bro, he said, I don't know exactly what course. Like, I don't know if this is like week 8 of training or what, but this happens.
training on planet Earth would have us racially profile black and brown people?
It goes without saying. I mean, that's just how you guys are.
It goes without saying.
You know?
No, you said training. I'm going to hold you to that statement. What training do we get to racially profile black and brown people?
You say that the training, or you guys are just like that?
So I'm
Brother, you said that.
assuming from your statement that you've been racially profiled because you're brown.
I mean, it happened all the time. I mean, I think that's the only reason why they would stop me, because of the color of my skin.
Okay.
I mean, I'll just be walking down the street, especially when I'm with my kids, you know? Like, that's the part that I hated the most, being humiliated in front of my family and kids.
Now, granted, there's like 2 ways that this happens. There's things that happen to people that just so happen to be black or brown, and there possibly happens to be a police officer who's profiling them simply because of whatever experience they may have gone through or stereotypes that they believe that can attribute to this person, right? And then there's the people that actually do things incorrectly and then try and claim that this person is profiling them because of the color of my skin, because of my background, because of my accent. Brother, with all due respect, you have a teardrop tattoo on your face and your whole head is tatted. I doubt that because you're brown, the police officers, that's the reason the police officers are profiling against you.
Kids.
Okay.
And this is 20 criminals versus police officer. So I would assume that if like a police officer would pull you over or something like that, they could tell that you have a record. Would they not? Now, granted, let's assume that all this didn't matter and that he didn't have a record or anything like that. The police officers train, like what are you saying? Like the targets are like black people? What are you saying? Like when they go to like shooting instruction classes, the targets are black people? Like when they go, like when they're going to train hand-to-hand combat, the dummies are like Hispanics? What are you talking about?
Have you ever done anything wrong prior to this where you didn't get caught?
I'm honestly, like, I was innocent each time they stopped me.
All right.
Not when they stopped you. Prior to them stopping you. Have you ever done anything wrong?
Of course, you know, no one's
All right, bro. This guy lives in La La Land.
perfect.
Okay, so how many times would you say on a percentage did you do something wrong where they didn't stop you?
I mean, very low.
But that has happened, correct?
Yeah, it has happened.
Okay, so why can't police make a claim on the other side of that they didn't get you when they should have?
Yeah.
You know, I just feel like these cops, they don't have any remorse for our people, you know?
Bro, what are you talking about? Answer the question. Brother, like,
They just come to our neighborhoods and leave, and they cause more damage than they come.
So what neighborhood are you from? Let me start there.
I'm from South Central LA.
all right, there we go.
You're from South Central LA, and there's a lot of good people in South Central LA. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you imagine what kind of life it would be if the police were not in there? And you have certain people looking to do harm, certain people looking to do good, certain
They definitely in LA. Look at the cholos.
people just trying to raise...
All right.
Why but I hate this format, bro. I love Jubille, but I hated this format, bro, with the flags. Because whenever they start to get to a point and possibly having a meaningful conversation, people put the flags up, get them out of there. Yes, dude was absolutely ill-informed and just trying to pass along his own prior experiences. But, like, there could have been a breakthrough moment here where we had a conversation that meant something. I love these Jubille videos.
We'll talk after.
Of course, the dude with no shirt comes up.
So the prior debaters made a claim about your training. And I heard your response was, so what neighborhood you're from?
That was not his response. That was not his response, bruh.
Why not community? Why the choice of word was neighborhood?
Because that's how I grew up. and we grew up by neighborhoods. If you would rather me say community, I'm not beholden to the word neighborhood.
Awesome. So with that, you're saying also, okay, question. You said you don't pick and choose black and brown. Why do the numbers show that the most incarcerated are black and brown?
I don't know. Like, I understand that argument, but I also don't like understand that it's truth. I think there's a greater percentage of black people that are in prison, and vice versa. But there are a greater number of white people that are in prison.
A lot of it has to come from economics. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. There's reasons to it that aren't just people being singled out because of the color.
People with good lawyers are more likely going to be able to get off. That's the legal system.
That's true too.
The legal system is run by human beings. And the one universal truth about human beings is they're flawed. They're flawed. So the reason that there are more black and brown people in the system like that is maybe because they're of lower social economical class and they cannot afford to hire the high price attorneys.
Yeah.
Now, sticking to the same topic of training.
So, like I said, I think this would have been a good conversation, but then, he gets booted out of there.
I may be opposed to a lot of people's beliefs here. I agree with you. Most cops that I've seen.
Why is she back there making faces? You come up here then.
If we're talking about the word most.
Most means generally. The majority of the police officers are not out here discriminating against black and brown people.
Generality, I've seen more cops be good than none. Than bad.
Duh.
But at the same time, in Los Angeles, this is this thing called the gang unit division, and majority of them are bad. Majority I've seen encountered horrible cops. They put a bad name on just cops, period. And I've seen cops allow it, but honestly, I feel like I agree with your statement for the most part.
There's a couple big things in what you said there. Number one, nobody hates a bad cop worse than a good cop, and that's the truth.
Right.
Because that brings me to the second point, where we are all in this room. We are all judged by our lowest common denominator. If somebody with black skin did me wrong, am I going to have a favorable view against black people? Probably not.
Right.
Probably not. If you had a cop treat you a certain way, are you going to have a favorable view of cops? Probably not. But most cops, I'm telling you, most cops are out there trying to do a job the best they can. They're trying to go home and support their family and live the best life. What you're talking...
Bruh, this is the worst format ever. Like, when he's finally making a breakthrough moment, everybody just puts their flags up. What are y'all even putting flags up for? Are y'all just jealous and just want this person to get off the... Like, that's... Bruh, a crowd of people that are clamoring for an opportunity to speak should not get the opportunity to then push the person that's speaking off of the speaking position. That doesn't even make sense. Jay's with a skirt? Alright. But I agree. I think that's just perception, bro. A lot of these people have their own perception based on the situations that they've been on. So their perception is then shaping reality. Which not is always the truth. Can't base everything on feelings. My boy took off.
I think you guys do racially profile us.
Okay. I don't think anyone's down that happens, Julian.
Yeah, I give you guys that. Okay, the majority gang members are Hispanics and blacks. Okay. You got to act like gang members yourself.
Like, there's no way these are grown people, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, granted, I get it, bro. Like, you just prove your own self incorrect. Like he said, if I'm somebody from the outside looking in and I only have an opportunity to make a split-second decision, and if I can stereotype, and a lot of these people will fit into this stereotype, then I'm going to make a decision based on that stereotype. Now, there are people that make terrible decisions based on these stereotypes, and these bad cops, yeah, they need to be punished. But are we not going to make the argument that all or most do racially profile?
You talk to us with slangs too.
What slang do we use?
I'm speaking codes too.
Of course we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they speak in codes.
Did they teach you guys that?
Yeah, they did.
Just attack blacks and Hispanics?
No.
No.
It seems like it sometimes.
Seems like it sometimes. I don't know what.
Most of the time.
You're allowed
all the time.
You're allowed to believe whatever you want to believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, there's no police academy in the world that treats go after this race as opposed to this race.
Did they teach you guys too what's the difference between an ex-gang member and an active gang member?
Bro, what are you talking about? But it's like these people just, bro, some people just walk around with hurt for the rest of their life. And like, not even want to just say that in regards to this like context, but there's a lot of people of color that want to walk around with hurt and feel like the world has done them wrong. And they want to carry that with them. And I understand. There's plenty of circumstances, situations set in place that do like affect us in a greater percentage. But bro, we like have to try and strive to do better, bro. We can't just walk around with that on our shoulders.
No.
There are people that are gang members, but change their lives too. And we're still getting pulled over.
Those are the people I love.
Yeah, what does that mean?
However, if you get pulled over and you're doing nothing wrong, you need to thank the police. I'm going to tell you why. Because they're looking out for you. They're looking out for your community. I'll change my verbiage on that one. They're looking out for your community in order to get those who haven't found their way, such as those reformed gang members, to try to maybe change their way, to make an impact on them.
Yeah.
So they should be thanked.
It happens to me. I have to ask them, why are you pulling me over? They don't even have an answer.
Well,
Most of the time they don't. Like, they don't have nothing to say. Obviously, I know because of my looks. I know.
So laws might be different in California, but in New Jersey, you always get told why you're pulled over.
I'm a clean person. What you guys see is this and my skin color. That's all. Most of my tattoos, you guys see that. That's when you guys pull up. Yeah, but
I see you, your skin color. Like, imagine I'm driving. Like, you think they just listening to the squad car music, driving along, vibing, and whoa, wait! You see that dude? See his skin color and his tattoos? Pull him over.
But who's looking at your color?
And don't have an answer.
So if I go to a neighborhood that's heavily brown or black, are people going to look at me?
The police won't even, almost rarely never pull you over here.
So is the argument then that, like, when there's less need for police intervention, that the neighborhoods are better? Because I would think that that's what that entails. It's safer, typically, the less often that police are coming out there. You could then infer something based on the, community that's out there. But like I said, I think he's got a good point to say. It's a lot about socioeconomics of the area.
Oh, that's not true.
Yes,
That's absolutely not true because I've been pulled over.
Yeah, okay. But in a nice way, we get yelled at.
Oh,
we get
no.
Pull over. Get your hands in the air.
You're making a dangerous assumption there, my friend.
Yeah.
That is not true. I was driving.
Yeah. The same thing that you're trying to blame him for, you're doing it to yourself. Y'all just accusing me because of this. Just because he's white, now you're saying that, oh yeah, because you're white. You don't. But then in the same breath, you want to say, because I'm brown, I do. How does that work? Flip it back on itself.
Driving through Alpine, New Jersey, which is one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in New Jersey. I was in an Infiniti, which was my buddy's car. And I got pulled over. And I got ripped out of the car. I didn't have a problem with it. If you're not doing anything wrong and you get stopped, then nothing's going to happen to you.
I can agree that we could say that he's looking at it from a different point of view, a different vantage point of him being a white man, but...
They do embarrass us.
You get embarrassed every day. That's
Yeah.
stuff you got to get over. I got embarrassed. I got pulled out of the car.
Okay, pause.
And then he had nothing to say about that.
So you can vote it out.
This is just like an emotional topic, bro. A lot of people just like are just up in their emotions about the police. I understand, but like we're not gonna get anywhere. Oh, yeah,
I just
wanna
wanted
see
to
what
touch
you gotta
on
say.
how you said it's embarrassing to be pulled out of your car, or it was an embarrassing thing. It's terrifying for some people, especially
Yeah.
people that feel like they're being racially profiled and they have a disadvantage to begin with. But when I've been interacting with police, I'm terrified. It's not embarrassing. It's scary. And I'm white. So, I mean, I can imagine the way it makes other people feel. It's kind of harassment. I don't think it's right the way the cops handle situations when there's no immediate threat.
Why are you terrified?
Because it's scary. You guys are overpowered. We don't have, what are we going to do?
We don't
sign a
fight fair.
paper.
Police aren't paid to fight fair.
Yeah,
Okay, this isn't take off your badge and put your gun down. That's not this. This is a job.
of course.
Our job is to protect the streets. And if we see something, we're pulling you over. We're not pulling you over for no reason. We're pulling you over because we have something or we're looking for something.
Yeah.
You might not be that person, but we're looking for something. So there is no reason to be terrified. Okay, I've watched this. Cops driving down the street and parents pick their kids up. What are you teaching that kid? The fact that you're terrified is on whoever taught you to be terrified. That's on them. Because police are there to protect you. They're not there to terrorize you.
I just ran into some bad ones then, I guess, because I've been in the right.
But there's the thing. All y'all are basing this off of your own vantage point, which I think is valid in some sense. But he's speaking to the majority.
And not done anything.
And
I'm
what do you
still
do for a
scared.
living?
What I do for a living? I do OnlyFans.
You do only fans. Okay, are there some less than ethical OnlyFans people?
Sure, it's kind of a sex work industry, so
It's the rule of 10%. 10% of every profession in the world is unethical.
Yeah, I don't think it's all police. I just think that, I don't know, especially when you get your partners, they're partnered up. You guys kind of have this little, I don't know. I just witnessed a lot of like high school.
Nobody knows.
Because we don't fight fair. We have radios to call other people, so we don't have to fight fair.
Why she get mad that she stood up? You're supposed to be the first person to get to the chair, shorty. Dang, I wanted to see her get up there. I wanted to see Miss Paris.
I don't personally know if you have ever judged someone based on their race, their ethnicity, their skin color, maybe just their appearance in general. I mean, I judged you. Everyone judges appearances. The moment I saw you walk in, I knew you were the cop. You're white, American flag tattoo. You arrived early. I judged you.
That's it. I guess she's got a point.
You judge others. We all do it.
I agree.
Okay.
I think there are a lot of cases where cops are heavily influenced by those around them.
Hey, yeah, put the flags down. She might be the best person yet.
Everybody's influence. Were you alive during 9/11?
No.
I got a front.
Yes.
I got
Sorry.
a front row seat to 9/11. I saw the towers burning. I saw the towers fall. Now, there's a large Indian population in New Jersey. Guess who was getting it worse? Indian people, because their skin tone was similar to the people who flew the airplanes into the tower. Not by cops, by everybody. Everybody side-eyed them.
Yeah, facts. And I think that's the thing. Like, if we're going to just try and narrow this down to just cops, you got to think about the greater issue, which is the world that we are in.
We all do that. But if you're going to treat me with respect, you will get the utmost respect from me. But if you're going to be a dick to me, boy, I can sure be a dick. And I think there's rules to live by in everyone's life.
I hate cops.
Get it started.
Are you racist?
No, but y'all is.
And also, we have to think about it like there's black cops too. There's Hispanic cops too. There's Indian cops. Like there's other ethnic groups that are police too. So is all the cops racist? Are all the cops pigs? Are you a traitor by joining the police force?
No, you said you hate cops. Are you racist?
I hate them. All of them.
All right, so
y'all killed
Every single one.
my cousin for no
No, one individual person killed your cousin.
reason.
And for no, let's say it was for no reason. It was one individual person. You should be upset at that person. Why would every cop then fall into that same argument? Because the same argument can be made about racist. That is dumb.
So the reason I ask if you're racist, because the definition of racism is treating a group of people differently by the way they look or what they do. Actually, it's bigotry.
Ooh.
Okay. You said you hate cops
You're a bigot. The same thing, yeah.
because you had a bad interaction with a cop or a small group of cops. So for you to hate
I was going to say it's the exact same argument that people that someone would argue about. How could you call him racist when you do the exact same thing that a racist would do?
group of people by the interactions based on one
This
person,
is going over her head, brother.
it's irresponsible.
It is?
Yes.
You should take your own advice.
You don't even know him. What? Shorty, literally you take the advice. What do you mean?
How so?
Y'all, you was just talking about respect, right? Y'all don't respect us at all.
What are you talking about? He literally is letting you speak. He's literally sitting in the room having a conversation with you. You sat down and tried to cut the other girl off. And now you're talking about that he needs to have respect. You don't know this guy.
At all. Just like he was
That's
saying.
a bold-faced lie.
It's not.
Yeah, no facts.
It's not.
Absolutely.
It's
How you gonna tell him it's not? You don't know him.
not. Y'all judge us by just
Yeah, they're police. What are they supposed to do? They're supposed to judge.
looking at us. We don't have to do nothing. We don't have to do nothing at all.
And you're
Sure.
100% sure of
I'm
that.
100% sure.
When you're
Okay. This is the type of person.
100% sure of something, that's when you're proved wrong.
I'm not proved wrong, baby.
Yes,
Well, I mean, he already proved wrong twice.
you are.
We go through it every day,
Yeah, there's plenty of people that do go through racism.
all day.
But that doesn't mean that most cops are racist.
Throughout my career, you're telling me that every black person or brown person that I came in contact with,
I don't know.
treated them
I
unfairly.
don't know who you came
You don't? Okay, then why did you say that?
in contact with, but most of y'all do.
What do you mean, y'all? He is an individual.
But you just said all. Now you're going back to most.
Exactly. You went to 100%. Now it's almost.
I don't like none of y'all, to keep
Okay, but now you don't like anyone. What, Shorty, make your mind up.
honest. I ain't met not one good cop yet.
So what would you do if a white
Ain't
person
it.
came up and said, I don't like any black people?
That's his opinion.
I knew she was gonna provide some gems for us. What you got up here?
Just like yours.
Yeah.
Just like yours. Would you say
The world will never get better when you have people like this.
that's an irresponsible statement? Because I would,
No.
Okay.
Everybody got their own opinion.
until your opinions are changed.
I wouldn't change nothing against none of y'all. I don't like cops. Y'all treat us black and brown people very disrespectful.
Bro, put the flags up. Like, what is that? Why are y'all letting her talk? But y'all let anybody else?
Very different. Most of us getting killed every day.
Most of you?
Yeah.
If most, If most black or brown people were getting killed by the police every day, the population would be wiped out in a couple months.
Hey, y'all just killed that lady for no reason.
Yeah, that lady.
What lady?
What was her name?
You just said most of us. There's literally one person you're speaking about that you can't even remember the name.
Sonia. Yeah.
You're making some very dangerous
Yeah, like, what is wrong with you? Why are you saying that on a public platform? Like, literally, how did...
generalities.
No, I ain't.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Like, in any other room, in any other context, this would be crazy work for somebody to have this type of assertions or something they believe in. With no information, no factual, nothing behind it. No logic, nothing. I don't care. I'm not changing my mind. Like, this would be dangerous in any other scenario.
Yes, you are.
Y'all killed my cousin.
You said most.
Sex in the park.
So you-
He had sex with a girl in the park. No, I ain't.
Yes, you are.
Y'all killed my cousin.
You said
for having
most.
sex in the park.
Well, you said he didn't do anything. Wait a minute. That is illegal. You can't do that.
So
He had sex with a girl in the park.
You said
And they
most.
assumed he had a gun by having
This is a strange story. I don't even know why you put that out there, baby.
sex
So-
in the park. How you assume somebody having a gun by having sex in the park?
I don't know. Maybe he was well endowed.
That was messed up. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, try not to laugh. I ain't gonna lie. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy.
So you said most. 17% of the population, as I said
I ain't gonna lie. If she'd have wound up on you, I couldn't blame her.
before, is black. Okay? So that means out of 320 million of the population. So you said most. 17%
And he just didn't. Shut up. He didn't say that.
of the population, as I said before, is black. Okay? So that means out of 320 million, approximately 320 million people in the world, if you do the math,
U.S.
you're looking at about what? I don't know, we'll say a nice round number, 50 to 60 million black people in the country. Okay? That's what the statistics say. Statistics aren't going to lie on that one. So most of them, that would mean over 30%, that's 25 to 30 million people are getting shot by black people, or shot by cops. So your claim doesn't hold water.
Good job, flagging.
Yeah, get her out of there, bruh. Literally bring oh. No way she put herself out there. That was funny.
Hello.
How are you?
So it's reality, and it hits different. So I don't want to say we hate our cops, but when it's something that
she did,
it's emotional. It's hard to let go. That's why it's a hard opinion to change.
And that's good. And that's good. That's why we're here today.
Yeah. Thank you, dude.
I feel it though, like, you know what I'm saying? Some people have their own perspectives on life and they've gone through certain things that other people haven't. And I understand that that would change what their day-to-day narrative would be like. But, I mean, we have to be able to hear each other out, bro, if we want to be able to grow as people, for sure. Hey, let me know what y'all think. This is good. More jUBILEE on the way.